97.5 Hip Hop Daily, rocking with your boy Moolah Mo. Let's get it, let's go. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back like I never left. Let's get it. I'm ready. New year, new things. I'm excited. We got a special guest that's in the building tonight. I'm gonna let some of y'all join. It's been a minute. I know. Y'all like, yo, what happened, Big Moolah? What's happening? Well, I'm here. Shout out to everybody that's grinding. Keep going. If you got a vision, believe in yourself. Success, it doesn't come overnight. You got to keep believing in yourself. I'm waiting for some people to tune in. It's been a while. Hold on, it's been a while. I know Instagram's spreading the word. I know y'all know Big Moolah here. I'm here. It's been a minute. This is the first interview in a while, so it's been quite a while. So I think she actually in the chat right now. But we gonna wait. We gonna wait for Instagram to actually send out some more notifications. And let the people know that we are live and it's getting ready to go down. It's been a minute. I'm talking about it's been a minute. So I'm excited to be back. We are getting ready. We actually getting ready to start the in-person interviewing. It's gonna be pretty much dope. I want you guys to stay tuned for that as well. I think my guest, she's in the building. Maybe if I go live with her. I forgot how the whole live thing has been a minute because, I've been doing a lot of interviews in person. And so it's been a while. So a lot of people like, does Moolah even do interviews anymore? It's kind of like, but I'm going to get it back up. We was jumping like the trap. Now we back. So, yeah, here we go. Matter of fact, she in the building. Let's get it. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I don't forgot how to go live. Ain't that crazy? Hold on. There we go.
Hey, what's
Hello.
up?
What's going on? Introduce yourself to the people for the people that don't know who you are.
Okay, what's up? My name's Christie Leigh. I'm from
Okay.
Jacksonville, Florida, y'all.
Jackson Duval in the building. What's happening?
Duval, what's up? How are you?
What's happening? What's going on? So, yeah, Duval. I know a lot of artists from Duval. So, when Duval in the building, Duval, like a lot of artists, they make good music down there. So, how'd
Yeah,
you get your
dude.
start in music? How'd you get your start in music for the people that don't know?
All right, so I won't even cap. Growing up, I was like a major band nerd and band kid. I loved music. I loved being in band. Then as I got a little bit older, it wasn't cool no more. So I did choir and things like that. Just kind of randomly decided after talking to a few people who encouraged me, hey, you should share your sound, you should share your voice, you should get into music. Took the leap of faith in like November and started recording, started making music, and now here I am.
Okay. So how would like describe some of the journey, like describe the journey as an artist, like it's not a music isn't the same anymore, it just seems like you could be a dope artist, but people don't want to listen to the dope music. It seems like it goes out one ear and out the other. So
Yeah.
describe the journey as an artist.
So, I mean, it's definitely hit or miss. Some things aren't for everyone. Everybody's very selective about what they want to listen to, who they want to listen to. And like you said, some people, it's all about the aesthetic. Do they mess with the person? Do they like the person's personality? Like, do they mess with the person? So my journey, it's been a little crazy. It definitely took a minute to figure out, okay, like who am I? How do I translate that? And how do I keep it authentic to myself without having to, change myself too much to be like a liked public figure, you know what I mean? And not bending myself to like things that I just don't want to bend to because I'd rather just be me. So it's definitely been a journey. It started out, I was like almost like Barbie doll blonde just because I know like being on social media in general for a while, everyone just loved that. And I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm switching up my name. I'm switching up my aesthetic. Like, I'm coming back as me. And, now I just kind of rock the aesthetic that I like. A little bit of a darker aesthetic mixed, a little bit of hood with a little bit of southern, kind of style. So far that's been my journey is just recognizing who I am, what's important to me, and how to get that to the people.
So what would you say separates you from the average artist, in the industry today? Like what makes you stand out? What makes you different? Why should I listen to your music?
I mean, all my music is going to be no BS and very authentic. I'm not the type of number one, I write all my own songs. I write them all. I do not have nobody writing for me. Every single song I have written on my own. I also help produce the beats. So I'm very, very hands-on with my music. I find that to be very, very important because if it's not me, then why am I going to put it out there for people to see? So I think that's kind of what makes me stand apart is a lot of my stuff people can relate to, but it's going to be in a relatable manner for people. You could be in Alabama, country, backwoods, whatever, and you're still going to relate, or you could be in New York I can still relate to it because I fuse my music. I fuse country with hip hop and many other genres to keep it, fresh, keep it interesting, keep it authentic. Because my two personality types, growing up in Jacksonville, Florida, and then my family's from New York, and then the other half of my family's from Alabama. So fusing that all together, that's kind of what makes me stand out. It's not one set sound, it's not one set thing, it's just like a blending of everything, you know what I mean?
So, who are some artists you would like to work with? You know, we in 2026, first quarter. Who are some artists that you would love to work with?
Man, see, that's hard to say because there's like, okay, there's artists that I'd want to work with just for the pure fact that I like them. But then there's artists that I would want to work with that would make sense for me. So like Shabuzi would make sense for me. I just love Big Boogie so much too, and I know he just dabbled in like country. I love Flow Rider. I actually did like a country line dance remix, almost remix interpolation of his song Low. So Flow
Okay,
Rider.
Low was a big hit. That was a big hit.
Yeah, so I did do that. He had either he or his team has seen my posts and stories. I have seen that
Okay,
they've seen it. I don't know how they feel about it, but they've seen it.
right,
And
right.
no lawsuit yet. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, so we're good. But I don't know, like people like that. Do love Post Malone only because his song, like his sound is just so like I don't know, so unique. I do like his sound. I mean, of course, going into the country world, as somebody I've always looked up to is Miranda Lambert. Obviously Ella Langley's like popping over there and like things like that. There is someone who's been trending, like Sierra the rapper is super dope. I think she'd be fun to like make something with. I mean, there's so many people I could list. I don't even know. It's just like there's too many people that I would love to just, create with and, you know,
So,
vibe.
so compared to when you first started, you know, on your way up, you know, your rise, looking at music now, like, how do you feel about signing with a major label versus staying independent? You know, I see a lot of independent artists. They're like, oh, independent is like the wave now. We got TikTok versus back then it wasn't TikTok or anything like that. You know, a lot of independent artists, they wanted major deals. So how do you feel about, you know, signing with a major right now? Like, what is your ultimate goal? Do you plan on staying independent or do you feel like if it makes sense, you'll go major?
So if it makes sense, I would go major. I think it is very important that I own my music and that I'm very, very careful about who has their hands in like the honey pot because I do work very, very, very hard on my music.
Okay.
So I think if it was the right deal, the right circumstances, I probably would. I definitely
Oh,
see what people are saying with being independent, and like there are people who can make it independent for sure. Not gonna discredit that there are, but as for like TikTok, TikTok's such a great platform. I had been on TikTok since like 2020. It's a great platform, but some things don't last forever.
right.
So who's to say like we almost already lost TikTok once? So who's to say like how long TikTok's gonna be going and doing these things? So that is a little risque to me. Betting on an app or things like that to keep yourself like viable. I don't know. Maybe like YouTube for sure, but like certain apps, I don't know if I would bet on that to keep myself viable. You know what I mean?
So what's your ultimate, let me ask you this. So what's your ultimate goal? Do you want to stay independent or do you plan on getting a major? Like that's your, cause you know, the major, I feel like when you do sign with the major, I feel like it's the machine versus you putting up your own money. It can be risky. It can be a lot harder because it's like you got to push extra hard
Yeah,
being
no, for
independent.
sure.
But I
Well,
do
I mean
feel
that I
like,
could feel that right now because right now I'm independent and it is. It's all like pay to play. It's all money up front. You're pretty much self-funding your career, and on top of that, like you might get paid in between for certain things for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, you'll get paid in between for things. But when you look at the outrun of it, like, and on top of that, like I'm sitting here running the socials, I'm sitting here editing the content, I'm sitting here having to record the content, I'm sitting here having to plan the marketing strategy, I'm sitting here like all these different things, promotional thing, like a million things in once. So I mean, it's a lot for a person. So even people who are independent, I feel like low key, they still end up getting people to help them in some sort of way because it's a lot. It's a lot of jobs into one. So I mean, I think my goal probably would be to sign, just because I mean, that's yeah, it would be ideal, more ideal. It's a little
Right.
bit, it's still work, but at least you have help and you're not getting overwhelmed, and you probably do have more chances of succeeding that way rather than doing independent because the burnout is like real. You feel me? Like the burnout is real. Like I've just barely started this and it sometimes it does get a lot. And it's like because I'm having to do everything on my own, I'm having to be the promoter, I'm having to be the marketer, I'm having to be
Right.
the
Right. Right.
content person, I'm having to come up with ideas, I'm having to record, I'm having to blah 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 A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. You feel me?
The whole
So
alphabet.
yeah, like I'm
Right.
having to do all this. So it's like sometimes it could just be like damn, and it can get you like a little uninspired sometimes. Like if you end up, like having to work that hard, it can kind of kill your vibe a little bit. But if you have the free time to actually be able to breathe because you have someone helping you and you could just sit and create and breathe, I feel like that just would be so much more beneficial and
They say
relaxing.
they say it's impossible to do it by yourself. You need a team. You have to have a
You
team.
have to have a team of some sort, whether it's a label or whether it's like other people that you trust. Like there's got to be something there, or you're gonna get burnt out real quick or disappointed really quick.
Right.
So, I mean, even if I did sign though, I would love to stay authentic to me though, like authentic to my sound, authentic to like my brand, authentic to like my personality and like my look, like things like that. Like, for example, I'm trying to go get like a small face tattoo in like a week or something, like, and I don't want to be told, oh no, you can't do that.
Right.
It's my face, like no. So it's like hopefully I'm very, very easygoing. I'm very, very open. I'm very easy to work with. But it's like the one thing I ask is one, don't dye my hair. All
Right.
right. It's taken me forever to get platinum again. I made that mistake once. And two, don't dress me up like a Barbie doll anymore, please. Other than
So do you
that,
feel
like
like so do you feel like once you sign with these majors, they kind of like control everything about you? They're telling you like what you can and what you can't do, being that they put the money behind you. Do you feel like that's in the contract somewhere hitting?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily use the term control. It's more so of like they're investing their time and money into you. So they're going to make sure whatever they're investing in isn't a waste of their time and money. And they don't want to waste the people's time and money either. They don't want people, it would just be like, say, like, I'm like, oh, this is my friend, this is my friend. And then you're over here like acting crazy. And then it's like, oh, shit, why did I just attach my name to you? You know what I mean? Like, damn. So they just have to be careful of who and what they're investing their time and money into. And like, I don't think it's necessarily control. It's like these people know best. These people know what sells. These people know what they're doing. These are the professionals. They have the, professional input. And you've got to respect that to a certain level. Obviously, you're going to want what you want, but when it comes down to the day, these people are professionals. These people have been doing it for a certain amount of time. So I think it's more so they're betting their time and money into you, and they want to make sure you're right, and they want to make sure you succeed, and they know what people are looking for. So it's like they're not really trying to control you, but they, in a way, maybe. But it's just like it's out of like knowledge. You know what I mean? Not out of just spite or craziness.
So was there ever a time that you felt like giving up? You saying like I'm just done with this. It's not gonna work. Did you ever tell yourself that?
No, I'm very stubborn. So I will say I haven't had that moment to where I've had the moments to where like we literally made like an album within like a week's time frame. I think it was like a week or 2 weeks, but our recording time was like a day or two. I think max it went to like 3 days or something. But it was just push, 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 push. And there was like days where I was just up like the whole day and the whole night and I didn't get home till like the next day into the morning and it was just so late and I was just tired. Mind you, I have 5 kids. So,
Wait, 5 kids?
mind you, I have
Wow.
5 kids. So then I'm still having to be a mom on top of that. So there was times where I'm like, oh, damn, man, like I'm tired and I might have been a little cranky. You feel me? Like I was definitely getting a little down, a little cranky. Like, damn, man, like I need some help with this. Like this is a lot. Like, and there was times where I got unmotivated to like post. You know what I mean? Like to edit my content and post. Where I was like, yo, I wish I had someone like helping me with this because this is a lot. or even just like investing the money in it. Like some places that I invested my money in didn't do anything for me. And then some places
Right.
that I did. So it's like that battling gambling game where I would step back and be like, damn, do I want to gamble anymore? Do I want to invest my money in a new person or these people because this person worked out, but this person didn't? And that's money. Time is money. And oh, thank you so much. I just saw the comment body tea. Hey, thank you. It's because I'm running after 5 kids, y'all. I don't have time to eat. But no, so
Wow.
it's just that moment where I might have gotten a little down, a little tired, a little aggravated, but I'm very, very stubborn. And the one thing is that a year ago, I had someone tell me when I started telling them my ideas of what I want to do, aspirations I have. Now that my kids are a little bit older, aspirations I have, goals I have, and they dead ass looked me in my face and were like, "That's a stupid dream. That's a stupid dream." Dead ass
Wow.
looked me in my face. You're gonna be chasing a stupid dream if you go and do this and go and do that and blah blah blah. And I'll tell you what, my whole entire life I've been stubborn. So hell no, you're not gonna sit here and look me in my face and tell me
Right.
my aspirations and my goals are stupid and that it's not gonna happen. Because I could tell you one thing, everything I've ever wanted to happen has happened. So it's like because I put the work in. So hell no. So no, I don't have it in me to quit or be like, oh, I'm done. I'm hanging it up. This is too hard. No, I got people watching.
So what, let me
No.
ask you this. So what keeps you going? You know, you got the people that tell you that it's
Resilience, yes.
impossible, it won't happen. What keeps you going? What makes you say, you know what, I'm going to become bigger than I was yesterday. I'm gonna keep going. Like, what keeps you going?
It's a combination of things. One, it's a combination of hate, like people hating, saying that I can't, because when you say I can't, I will 10 times more. Okay. So people saying I can't, people betting on that I can't. Also just the way I was raised. I was raised in like a military household and is just very, there was no time for woe is me. There's no time for woe is me. It's you have to be self-sufficient, you have to be independent, you have to be resilient because this world will like it'll come for you. So
Right.
it's a combination of like my upbringing, a combination of people hating that's like fueling my energy to be better and do better. It's a combination of life experience, you know, times where I wasn't the strongest, times where I wasn't the smartest with things, times where I wasn't the most motivated. And then I saw how what resulted after that. And it's like, all right, no, you can't go back to that. You can't do that again. You can't be like, you know, veering off of the path of success. And then the other end of it is the people who are positive to me. It really, really motivates me to like continue on. And even if they provide like constructive criticism, things like that, it's like, okay, now I'm learning, now I'm doing this and that. So the positive people who interact with me on social media or DMs or things like that, and then seeing other people and their success stories, you know, how they're starting from nothing and how they branched into this and their life stories. So it's a kind of a combination of a lot of different things that like light the fire in me and keep me going. And it's like I'll remember, oh, you remember what this person said? Oh, you remember how this person had to go through this and then they did this? All right, toughen up, girl. Let's go. Come on. Hustle. Wake up.
I respect that. Hustle. You do it. You
Hustle.
you do it all. You
Hustle.
do it all. You do it all. You got a lot of people watching.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of great music, let's talk about Back in Business that just dropped. Let's talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
what was the whole concept behind Back in Business? Like, it sound to me, if I had to guess, it sounds like, you know, you just letting the world know, like, hey, I'm back. You know, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back in business. Let's get to it. So, can you
Mm-hmm.
break down, you know, the ins and outs of Back in Business?
So back in business is basically it is an explanation of things that I've been through in life and I was going through. Basically, what this song is about is, which is real life. I laid low for like a year. 2 years ago was probably like one of the most chaotic years of my life. And everyone thought that they put me into this grave, right? They thought, oh, she's not saying nothing. She ain't present. Like, oh,
Wow.
this is not. They all thought that they drove me insane. They thought they put me in a grave. They thought I was missing. They thought I fell off the map. No, low key,
Wow.
the whole entire time, I'm sitting here planning. I'm sitting here working. I'm sitting here doing this and that. And I'm waiting to launch and attack. You know what I mean? Like, nah, just because I was laying low doesn't mean that y'all did anything. So
Right.
back in business is like pretty much empowerment, reclaiming my name, reclaiming my power, like letting people know, like, you thought,
You
hey,
thought
and
wrong.
you thought wrong, you know what I mean? And like I'm pretty sure I even have like a Duval line in there, like I'm from Duval, you know what I mean? Like I'm really about to give up.
Duval.
I'm from Duval, like I'm really about to give up right now, and like represent my city like that? Absolutely not. Have you lost your mind? So no, that song is just more so about empowerment. Hey, I'm back. Look at
So
me. I'm
do you feel like a
fine.
lot of people counted you out and they wanted you to quit and they were like laughing like
Oh,
it was never gonna happen anyway. I told you it wasn't gonna happen. Like, do you feel like a lot of people counted you out?
oh no, for real. No, people really did count me out. I mean, there's people who literally even wanted me like, like I mean, there's some really
Wow.
evil in this world. And there's some people that really, really counted me out, that really down talked to me, that really tried to like drive me to things, who like put false narratives about me, who like literally just completely went crazy about me. So there was definitely people who wanted me out. They thought that I wouldn't succeed. They thought I wasn't strong enough. They thought that they were going to get me down by the things that they were saying or doing. I mean, I went through so much stuff that a lot of people, probably wouldn't have like been able to handle or survive. I mean, I've lost a lot of family. I lost a lot of friends. It all happens through the growth process. So it's just like, is what it is. I'm back in business. Y'all didn't get me down. And like my line in the song, the only time there'll be dirt on my name is when they throw it on my grave.
Wow, that was a that was a bar. That was a bar, definitely.
Like, bye bye. That's the only time there's gonna be dirt on my name. Because a lot of people would try to be like, oh, did you know this? Did you know that? I don't care. Tell the whole world about anything. Tell the whole world about anything from my past. Tell the whole world, and I will tell the whole world, yup or nope. Like, I have no problem claiming anything or this and that. I am who I am. I've done what I've done. Like, shit. I'm still gonna keep it trucking.
So when you put the single out back in business, what was the reaction of the people that, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of them that wanted you to give up. So what was like the reaction? Like, what was the buzz in the streets? What were people saying when they heard you drop the single?
So, crazy enough, some of them actually tried to rekindle with me. Some of the people who preyed on my downfall and were just not the kindest, did try to rekindle with me. And it was just like, oh, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I forgive you from a distance. You know what I mean? Like, I forgive you from a distance, but you ain't gonna be in my circle. I keep my circle tight now. Like, you're not about to be up in my circle. Forgive you. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a mixed reaction. So of course there's still some people who are like there was a few of them that made fake accounts, which it was very obvious who they were. Very, very obvious. They didn't try to really hide who they were too much. And they
Right,
all,
right.
you sound like crap, you suck, this is stupid, this is a horrible song, nobody's gonna like this, blah blah, talking their crap still. Part of them try to rekindle, and the other part of them, I don't even pay attention to them, so I don't know what their reaction are, and I quite frankly don't even care what some of their reaction is. I'm gonna
But
be
you know
so
that, but you
real.
know they watching though. Of course, they're watching. Of
No,
course,
I've
that's what
seen it.
haters
So
do.
I go live. I go live on TikTok pretty much every night.
Okay.
I've been trying to go live on Instagram more, but most of my main accounts are down. So it's like I haven't really been going live on some of them.
Okay.
So it's just like I have seen some of them pop in and out, because it does show their names. It shows their names in and out of the live. Who joined? This person from this joined. This person from your contacts joined. This person from blah 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 blah, and it'll show their names. So I've seen like pretty much every single person who prayed on my downfall has seen it. Like I've seen, and then it also tells you on Spotify where it's streaming from too. And I'm like, ooh, that's a small town, man. Because I grew up and I was raised in Jacksonville, but once I started getting in too much trouble, around like 17 years old, around like 17, yeah, I was getting in a little too much trouble. So around like 17, they had moved me to Palm Coast, Florida for a few years. And at that time, it was a very small town. So it's like, yeah, I see y'all. I see y'all. And it also shows me too. They also shows me in my Spotify sometimes, if we have like certain connections, this and that, who's listening, this and so they don't know all that, but I've seen. I think
Okay.
is what it is. I mean, it's still a stream, so.
So let me ask you something. How is this project different from your previous releases?
So, okay. Starting out, the first song that I ever released was Pressure.
Okay.
That one, that one was a little crazy. So, I don't know, I just felt the beat on that and we kind of like had vibed, and I don't know, like that one was just a little crazy. I feel like that was like my alter ego side. Like I think that was my alter ego side. So it was a fusion between country and pop. It was very, very almost Britney Spears, Tate McRae sounding. Very, very dominant song. So I think that release was just more my dominant side showing out of anything. And then the album, and same with the other release, Drop It Low, which was the interpolation of Low. That was
Okay.
just kind of funsies, that was me experimenting, seeing what I want to do, seeing my sound, kind of getting into it. The album was like, no, this is serious. This is real life. this is redemption. This is my name and this is everybody's first impression of me. So the releases were just kind of funsies, a little crazy. And then the album was like, no, this is serious. Like, this is serious work.
So so Jacksonville has a lot of like dope talent. Like, have you collaborated with any like local artists coming out of Jacksonville, or would you like to collaborate with any people in Jacksonville? I see somebody put that in the chat.
Yeah. So I've been actually trying to actively find Jacksonville people because I really would love to collab with,
Okay.
like my hometown. I have found somebody who's somewhat local to that I started talking to. I do follow, I think his name's Quail P. I think he's
Okay.
really dope. He's technically from like Jacksonville area. And I've been trying to find if y'all have any Jacksonville artists, tag them in my stuff or DM me them because I've been searching high and low trying to find, especially rappers, like Jacksonville rappers or even country artists or country fusion, like anybody, anyone, like anyone y'all find dope, definitely send it my way because I've been trying to find someone local, but I'm not the greatest at that, unfortunately.
So, which song do you think will surprise your fans the most?
Surprise them the most? I mean,
It gotta be. So, whatever you decide, whatever you say right now, it gotta be a big surprise to them. Like, they gotta feel like, wow, I didn't expect her to come like that. So, which song do you feel like is gonna surprise them the most?
let me think about that one. That's hard. So I'd say I'm wavering between two right now. Hold on, let me think. Let me think of my lyrics. Hmm, I would say it's a tie between Back in Business and Blood Runs Cold. Now
Okay.
for a surprise factor of whoa, I didn't expect the song to sound like that. I didn't expect that was a weird, like crazy drop. Like that was weird, but kind of cool. That would definitely be like Pressure and be even maybe Grow a Pair. That one's just kind of crazy. I don't know.
Okay.
Grow a Pair is definitely brutal. But I don't know. As for like, damn, I didn't know she had that in her. Like she don't look like she would like spit like that or she would like be that like intense. It would probably be Back in Business and Blood Runs Cold.
Okay. I
Maybe
see.
Saddle Up, but it's maybe Saddle Up a little bit. But that one's a little bit lighter, lighthearted. Blood Runs Cold was very, very personal, and Back in Business was very personal too. So,
Okay. I see somebody in the chat. He said, what songs do you got ready for the clubs and the lounges and radio?
I mean, I think majority of my album could be radio wise. As for clubs, like really, I feel like club wise, it depends on the club though. Like Pressure could be played at clubs because it does have that very pop sound to it.
Okay.
As for like maybe like rodeos or like line dancing places or like country clubs or like certain things like that, I think any of the other ones could be played. Shoot Me Down's a good one too, though. So Shoot Me Down is kind of like a combination. Everyone says it sounds like a combination of country and like reggaeton. Like it kind of has like a reggae, like I don't know, like vibe to it. It's very chill, but like nice beat to it. I can tell you right now, my next project that I'm starting, that's gonna be the more like lit ones, like super, super crossover with hip hop and country and super crossover with rock and country.
That
So
sounds pretty dope. That sounds really, really dope.
yeah, this one was more chill. This album was supposed to be very smooth, chill, shots fired, like, like, hey, I'm back. And then my next project that I'm kind of working on is more like lit, like more entertaining, more lit, more, there's more of a vibe.
So let me ask you something. Do you prefer to drop singles or do you like to do you and your team decide like, okay, well, we're gonna push this album? Like, what do you feel gets the momentum to make people tune into your music?
Honestly, I feel like the singles might be better. Because when you have the album and you're trying to promote, you could promote the album all day long, but it's so hard to choose between which songs and like what's the favorites, what do you think's gonna land with people, and then you're experimenting with like, 8 to 10 different songs of what's gonna do good and what's not gonna do good. And that's like right now, it's like posting some of these songs and seeing the feedback on them. It's like, my favorites aren't some of the crowd favorites right now, or like social media favorites. So it's like I feel like when you're doing singles, like yes, album might increase your chances because there's more songs for people to pick from, but focusing on a single and posting that over and over again, it seems that works the best for people from what I'm seeing and from me too. Like having a single and just reposting that over and over again so people like remember it and like are used to it, I think would be a lot better than maybe if you're a little bit well known or a little bit more popular and people are waiting on your album, that might be fine because people already know you, they know your sound, they're able to identify like everything and they'll probably mess with it a lot more. But when you're newer, I'm finding that singles might be a little bit easier. Drop it maybe a few singles, mess around, see what people like from them, and then maybe use that to construct your album.
So what do you feel like it takes as an artist to really like get a single to really like just buzz and just pop? Like what do you feel like with everything that's going on in the world today, you being an artist, paying attention to other artists, of course, what do you feel like it's going to take to really like push a single and make it go number one?
I mean, you got to believe in it. You have to believe in it. You got to make people believe in it. So if you're over here promoting it and you're over here like you have to make people believe in it. If it's like a sad, gut-wrenching song about your life or certain things, make people feel that. You know what I mean? Like put intense content, put real content, be vulnerable with that. Like make people, relate to it and believe in it. And then as if it's lit stuff, be lit, you know what I mean? Be lit about it, be like confident about it. Like make people when you're talking about it or when you're like doing it, you want people to believe in what you're doing. You want people to be like, "Hey, she's lit, so I'm gonna be lit too." Like,
Right, right,
"Damn,
right.
she's getting it, so I should be getting it." So it's like that's my major thing is that it's like don't just like throw it out there and be like, nah, yeah, here it is. Like, it's okay. No, like, once people see that you actually believe in your music and believe in yourself, then more than likely, like 9 times out of 10, they're going to believe in you too. If you believe in yourself, they're going to believe in you too. I feel like that's the most important thing to me. You have to be feeling it. If you're not feeling it, then they're not going to feel it. And that's one
How
thing that I say all the time about recording too. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not putting it out because people are
exactly?
going to know, like they're going to know.
So why do you feel like so many, it's so much music out here, right? I feel like the artist that's really putting in the work in the studio, working hard, it's like really thinking of great music to put out, like real poets. That kind of music doesn't get the notoriety it should versus somebody just going there, and it's just like it blows up overnight. So, like, how do you feel
Yeah.
about that? What's your intake on that?
I've learned that humans are simple. Humans are very simple. Everyone thinks like humans are complex. I really don't think they are. I think they're simple. Like I feel like the number one thing with people in general, if you have like a good beat, especially with some like 808s or like or a catchy hook or something, like things like that, it could honestly just be like the weirdest or silliest song, but because it's like either, or if you have like you're dropping bars and there's just this one sick freaking line in there that people are gonna be like, damn, like I remember that. Like it's great to pour in a lot, but I've noticed when you pour in a lot, not a lot of people pay attention to it. It's like, yes,
Exactly.
make sure it's authentic, but simple it, dumb it down. And I struggle with that too. Don't get me wrong. So I'll sit here and write, and they'll be like, "Girl, that's too many damn words. That is too many damn words. Like, take some of those words out. Take some of those things out. Like, girl, you're explaining it just fine this way. It's very simple. It's to the point. Like, it's almost like harshly get to the effing point. Is what people
Right.
say. Get to the point. Like, come on
Get
now.
to the
So I
point.
feel like, yeah, you just have to get to the damn point. So it's like those songs, even some of these songs that are trending on like TikTok that are just so silly. Like my kids were running around chicken, banana.
It's simple, but it's
It's
like
so simple, but it's freaking catchy. Like,
simple
like
and catchy will change your life. That's how I feel.
or like even the Oogie cat. Like my kids sit here and play it, and it's like they remixed into like this EDM beat, and it was like kind of like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, yeah, ooh, getting it with my kids. Like, okay, like I'm dancing to a spinning cat on the TV, but it's a little catchy. So it's just like obviously be authentic to yourself, obviously make it relatable, but get to the point. Like, and make sure
So
you
how
have
do
like a
you
catchy hook or something. I don't
so
know.
how do you decide which songs become singles, on the project? Like, how do you decide?
So it's pretty much like when it came down to when we were recording, we recorded all these songs. So we recorded about like 17 songs in total, I think it was. And we would sit there and listen through all of them with a group, like a group. And
Okay.
then we would also play them for people on my lives and stuff, like get actual reactions. And it's like, what do these songs make you feel? What are you thinking? What's the vibe? Which songs go with each other or not? So it was more so about like organization and like also keeping like make the album make sense. You know what I
Right.
mean? So if you're gonna have an album, you're gonna send somebody on a trip. If one minute you're like this and one minute you're that, and it's like like all completely different things that are way different from one another, and these people are trying to listen to the album and just let it play through, make it make sense, make it tell a story, make it make sense, make it to where they're gonna want to listen to the album because it's all within the same realm for the most part. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to be identical. So that's kind of where we chose, like, all right, this one's crazy. So this probably needs to be a single because this would not make sense if I'm sitting in my car and I'm listening to my single "Take Me Home," which is like, a sad single about my mom passing.
Sorry to hear
Take
that.
me home. Yeah, like, and then the next thing you know, Drop It Low comes on right after it. I'm sitting here crying, and then I'm like,
Right. Exactly.
you're like, it's like doesn't make sense. So it's like, damn, I don't want some to jump scare someone on the album, with like these lit things when they're trying to feel something. So the album, we all determined it's something that made everyone feel something, and we just didn't want to like distract from that with like some of my other crazy beat songs, that just didn't make sense.
So you have to have structure when it comes to
Hmm.
an album getting ready to be released.
Yeah, I mean, it's so personally, since it's my first time, it was actually a learning experience. So, to try to decipher what should be or shouldn't be on the album, the structure behind it, what makes sense. And it's not even what just makes sense, because you got to realize there's going to be untrained ears listening, but you're going to get trained ears listening too. So
Right.
you have to make sure it's like through and through, like technical as well. You know what I mean? Like, and even the order of the album, like I learned, like which song you're putting first, second, third, fourth, even down to that part of it has to be in certain order, or else they're not gonna continue to listen to it and let it play through, or like it's not gonna make sense. It's gonna be all over the place. So it's very technical before you release an album. There's a lot of ins and outs behind it, honestly. I did not even know that until we did it.
Wow. Like I literally like you are absolutely right because I didn't even really think about that. Most artists when they drop, like you said, it'll go from emotion to being lit. And I just feel
Yeah.
like you have to really have structure when it comes to dropping the album.
Yeah, no, honestly, and it's something like I'm not even cup. I just learned that, you know what I mean? That's something I just learned. There's so many new things that I'm learning throughout this whole entire process. It's just crazy. I mean, just everything just to get people interested in it or get people to resonate to it and make it make sense and make it make sense to untrained ears and trained ears at the same time.
So do you see yourself signing with a major in 2026 or do you plan on, pushing independently for the whole 2026 and then 2027 you think you'll be ready for a major?
My goals is to have it by the end of the year. So I gave myself a 6 to 9 month grace period. I just released in February. So what? That's like February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So August or September, whatever. Just August to December. I would like to maybe potentially have opportunities or be signed.
Okay. So what's a label that you would like to sign to? I see a lot of people they're signing with Empire.
Whoever I vibe with, honestly.
Whoever
I
you
mean, it's
vibe
so hard
with.
to say. So there's so many. Here's my thing is that being in the social media world for so long and just being around people in general for so long, I have to like really, really like talk to these people, get in the ins and out, get to know them, see if we vibe or not, things like that. So it's like a lot of these places, like I've seen their social media, I mess with their social media, I've seen how they interact with other people. I vibe with it, but let's see how we vibe. You know what I mean? Let's
Okay.
see how we vibe because not everybody's gonna get on the same, not everybody's gonna vibe the same. And it's like I respect so many different labels out there. I've done my research, I've looked into stuff. I've talked with people who are like associated with certain labels, and I've gathered some people like this, some people don't, some people left this and went here. Like, so I've been doing my research on it, but I just don't want to take anyone's word for it or social media's word for it until we're talking, we're together, we're figuring it out, and then see how our vibe is. You feel me? So that's why
Gotcha.
I don't want to say one in particular or two or three, whatever in particular. I do have my eyes on a few. I do look at a few. But first, I need to see how we vibe. I think that's fair, right? I think
I
it's
think
fair.
I honestly think you should do a in-person show in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Bring out all the independent artists. And I feel like me personally, just being around for a while and paying attention how this thing goes. I feel like when you're an independent artist and you really got like the motion in your city, or even
Yeah.
if you don't and you're trying to come up, I feel like labels, what make them want to put the money behind you is when they see you're doing it already, which
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, well, I'm already creating this buzz. Why do I need you? But, some people look at it, but, I
Yeah.
mean, if you could get a bigger budget and you can get, a major back, and that's always going to be great. But
Oh,
I feel like,
absolutely. It's like helpful, definitely
exactly.
beneficial
I
for sure.
feel like somebody like you need to do something different for the city. And
So,
I think it'll be dope because that right there alone will catch the eyes of many people because you see showcases, and I feel like
yeah.
showcases are kind of like, they're kind of like played out because a lot of artists are promised things that don't really, these people who are promoters and stuff, they don't really keep their word. But I feel like if you do something different for the city and bring out the best of the best, I feel like if you did something like that monthly, you and your team, you got like the dopest
Yeah.
artists in Jacksonville. I feel like it'll go up for you. I feel like you'll be like the main headliner. I feel like it'll be dope. It'll bring more attention to you as an artist.
Yeah, for sure. It's not even just that. It's also like I will never forget where I came from. I will never forget my city. I learned so much in that city and I grew up in that city and it's taught me so much. And a big part of who I am today is from Jacksonville. So it's like it's something that I will never forget. And not to like give too much away, but I'm trying to how do I say this? Okay, so I'm trying to put together, I just don't want to give away too much. I'm trying to put together an event to where I can get everyone downtown. And of
Okay.
course I wanted to record it for parts of like music videos or social media clips, things like that. But it's I wanted to get everybody downtown and I just wanted everyone to vibe, have a good time, be in the streets together. Like I wanted horses, I wanted like nice cars, trucks. Like I just wanted a mix of just like everyone vibing downtown Jacks together and to like, like I don't know, just have a vibe and record some of it. And I also was trying to do like maybe events, like one big ass cookout, like with everybody, like and just chill and just not only with just artists, just people in general, like people of Jacksonville, because I just feel like it's important and I don't want to give away too much, but I'm trying to plan behind scenes for stuff like that.
Okay.
It is a little hard to do. You definitely have to plan it a certain way and you have to make sure that you're not like disturbing the peace, blah, 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 whatever.
Right,
All that
right.
crap. All that crap, God forbid if we have fun. But no, definitely has to be organized and done a certain way. So we're in the midst of trying to figure that out. So I definitely
Okay.
have plans down the line. I know my first performance ever is about to be in a week. It's gonna be in Texas at South by Southwest.
Oh, that's
So
dope. South by Southwest. That's
yeah,
dope.
so
That's major.
I'm gonna be performing South by Southwest next week, and
So
then
let me ask you a quick
after
question.
that, I'm hoping to start doing local stuff in Florida because I think we have, it's like we have Texas on the books. I think we have New York. It was like California, New York, Texas, and then there was like one more, and I'm trying to get Florida, trying.
So
So we'll see.
what can the
Oh,
people
thank you.
expect? What can the people expect when they see you on the stage? What can we expect? If I've never heard of you and I'm coming to support you, what can I expect when you come out on that stage?
Expect me to be cutthroat because like I'm not playing, you know what I mean? I like vibing, but then I'm not here to play. Like this is my life, this is my word, this is like what I'm trying to get out to people. I'm trying to empower people around me. The one thing that I can't stand nowadays is like in this universe, I feel like we all need to toughen up a little bit. Not toughen up in the sense of like, hey, you need to be a badass. It's toughen up in the sense of like we need to be more self-reliant. We need to be more empowering with one another. We need more unity. We just like, I don't know. So when I'm coming onto that stage, like I'm not just coming on there to sing and perform for everyone. I'm coming to like spread the word, you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's get it together, y'all. Y'all got this shit. Keep them heads up, like let's get this shit done. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here to play. Like, don't forget who the hell you guys are. Like, I'm here to remind you. It's like almost borderline like mom in the crowd and like momming everybody around me. Like, tough love. Like, hey, let's be lit, but also let's remember, like, let's get our shit straight. You know what I mean? Come
Right.
on, we got bigger goals, bigger things in life that we all need to like be paying attention to. So not only can we vibe, we can also like learn something. We can also grow. We can also spread more positivity. And just kind of come together and just vibe. That's why like the best way I describe my vibe and what to expect is, you can have somebody in a truck in Alabama down a dirt road vibing to my music, or you, like I said, you can have somebody in New York cruising down the streets like vibing to my stuff too. So it's just like we need more unity, more positivity. And when I come up onto that stage, I'm not there to play. I'm there to, spread a message, empower people, and have a good time too.
Nice, nice. So 2026, it just started. Like, what can we expect for, second quarter? Like, what can we expect? Like, how you coming in 2026? We want to know.
Second quarter, now that I've kind of gotten everything out and people are starting to, okay, this is her sound, this is her message, this is her, and then I'm starting to like build those relations more. Now it's like, all right, time to turn it up a notch. Now we're gonna start turning up a notch with the music. We're gonna start planning things a lot more. Right now, it's more so showing face at the moment. So like since I'm newer and this is technically the first year, it's about getting out to the community, getting involved in community, performing, getting certain events, doing certain events, interviews, like all these things. So it's more so just, getting the word out and getting my name out and showing face and letting people know, like, this is me, this is who I am. And if you want to vibe with me, let's vibe. If not, it's cool, it's fine. But yeah, I think that's like the plan for the second quarter is just to really push my sound, push my name, get people to be like, so if we stop 10 people, at least a few couple of them will know, yeah, I know who that is. Oh, I've seen her. Yeah, I know who that. I love her, or blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, I know who that is. And start working that. And then maybe eventually, like we had said, eventually after a certain amount of time of doing events or doing interviews or trying to get my stuff on the radio, I would love for something to be played on the radio. Um, from moving forward from there, then that would be working into, all right, am I gonna tour? Am I gonna do my own performances? Or hey, am I gonna start touring with somebody else? Am I gonna go on somebody else's tour? Or hey, like what's the vibe from there? So right now we're just in that time frame of just push, get the name out there, get the message out there, and then move forward from there, if that
Nice,
makes sense.
nice. So do you feel as a newer artist, do you feel like it's a lot of pressure on you? Because every day a star is born. Every day somebody
Mhm.
says, I want to be a singer, I want to be a rapper. Do you feel like you have something to prove?
Absolutely. What's crazy that you just said that, which I literally have the proof to show this. My baby book that my mom made of me, the cover of it said "A Star is Born." And it
Mm.
has me and a star. That's so crazy that you just said that. That was wild. I was like, yo, I've heard that before. I was like, wait a minute. So I don't know. I mean, from a very young age, I just have always loved interacting with the community. I've always loved getting myself out there. I've always loved trying new things. I've always been a very, very, very hardworking, determined person. I've never really relied on anybody. I've been very self-sufficient. I mean, I was a teenage mom. Like I feel like when it comes to this world, there's so many talented people. There's so many good sounds. And when I would say what would like make me stand out is that like I'm not kidding you when I say anything I've ever wanted I've gotten because I will make it happen one way or another. I don't care what I got to do. One way or another, I'm going to make what I want happen. So it's just like I feel like I just have that drive and I have that determination that sometimes people don't have that. And sometimes like people just want the fame or the clout. Like I don't care about the fame or the clout. Like it's cool. I love that, but like it's more so about getting the message out, getting my music out, and making relations, with the world. Why not? Like it's just really important to me. And I feel like me compared to other people when things are important to me, I don't know, I'm very driven, very, very determined. I have very, very good connections. I'm very blessed with like good connections throughout the years. I've made amazing connections. I've met amazing people. That's another thing I'll say. I will never forget everybody to this day who has helped me with my music or helped me have locations to film at, um, for free and like all these things, all of these things. Like I will never forget it, if and when I do make it big. We'll never forget how many people freaking helped me. But I mean, I have been viral multiple times before. I have been involved in social media for a long time. I mean, even down to when I was young, I was a pageant girl. I mean, you wouldn't really guess that now, but I was a pageant girl. And like, I mean, I love the stage. I love the lights, action, just meeting people, interacting with people. And even I used to volunteer all the time. I don't know. I feel like that's what kind of sets me apart a little bit without rambling too much, y'all. I talk a lot.
So when do you feel like your biggest break is going to happen? When you feel like it's like when you on the grind, it's like in the beginning you like, dang, I'm doing this every day. I'm consistent with it. When do you feel like your biggest break is going to happen for you? Because you know what they say, if you put it in the universe and you put the work in behind it, it's going to happen. You know, I remember when I first
Yeah.
started. I remember when I first started radio. You know, every day. Like I took a break. I took a break because entertainment could be a lot sometimes. You know,
Oh, for sure.
but I knew my break was coming because I was consistent. I wasn't
Mhm.
doing it for the money. I wasn't doing it for any of that. I was doing it because I love to, hear other people's story and I believe in other people. So when do you feel like your
Yeah.
biggest break is getting ready to come?
I mean, damn, hopefully after South by Southwest. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully after South by South. No, I'm playing. I'm hoping by summertime. Honestly, I'm really hoping by summertime. I do have quite a few things in the works, even maybe something with Netflix. So
Okay, big Netflix.
we'll
Let's go.
see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. My thing is I feel like people get their breaks, and I always get my breaks when I keep my hopes high, but my expectations low. So
Mm,
the second that I stop expecting things, or the second I stop like worrying too much about it, like I just stay consistent, and stop worrying about it as much, is is like when I stop expecting it. Now, I will say, yes, speaking of existence, yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get that Netflix gig. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be a singer, y'all. No, for real. I do believe it. I do believe I will. I do believe one way or another, I do believe I will. I will be out there somehow, some way. I do believe it. I do believe there's a spot for me somewhere, whether it's music, whether it's entertainment, whether it's like movies or TV. It's something I absolutely I do I speak it and claim it for sure, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are so cool.
that's
Um,
dope.
no, I do speak it and claim it. It will happen one way or another. Not for me to know when, but I do believe it will happen. So
How
hopefully,
important
hopefully
how
sooner than later.
how important is being consistent for everybody that's tuned in, that's tapped in, that's gonna watch the interview later? Because you are my first interview in like literally so long. Like I got a list of people ready to
Whoa.
interview, but
Really?
I said I'm coming back full force.
Wait,
Like
why me? Why me? Wait, I'm curious to know now. That's cool. Thank you.
to be honest with you, like radio, I took a break from it for quite a while. Like I'm talking about sometimes you got to step away from entertainment, but it's just like let's put it this way: I'm back like I never left.
You're back in
And
business.
listen, I'm back. I'm back in
You're
business.
back in
I'm back
business.
in business. I'm here. So
Hell yeah.
I said, let me, I call you the warm up. You the warm up. So
Hell yeah.
the in person is gonna be the volcano. So
Yeah.
we're working right now on the in person studio. I'm gonna have a little bit of everybody flying
All
out and getting
right.
interviews with me. So this the
Okay.
warm up right now. So
Hell yeah.
in the next couple weeks, in studio
Oh,
vibes
thank
is
you,
gonna be
DJ.
real big, and hopefully I'm gonna have you fly in, and we gonna
Hell
get down
yeah,
to
I'm
the bottom
down.
of
Let
it.
me know.
It's gonna
Y'all
be
are in
big.
y'all in New York, right?
Yeah, we in New York. We got New York and then we have Atlanta.
That's what I figured because I was like, I know
Yep.
I had seen two, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's mainly New York.
New
I was like
York,
double
yeah.
checking and looking, and I was like, I'm pretty confident. But yeah, cool. Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, some of my family's still in New York, so
Okay,
cool.
okay.
Hell
Pretty
yeah, we'll
cold,
have to make that happen.
pretty cold in New York, but Atlanta and New
Wait. Let me
York.
reframe that. Invite me when it's warm. I'm a
So
Florida girl. Wait a minute. Invite me when it's warm.
listen, it's getting ready to go up.
Oh,
I
thank you, DJ.
appreciate you for tapping in on the platform.
Hell
So
yeah. Thank you
for
so
the
much.
people, for the people that's tuned in, right? What advice would you give to everybody that's out there that's chasing their dreams? The ones that feel like giving up. What advice would you give these people that's tuned in?
My advice would be is when you feel like giving up, that's when you need to push harder. So if you feel like you can't, do it anyway. If you feel like you're gonna give up, don't. And just keep pushing. I don't there's so many endless opportunities in life. And if the one thing doesn't work, keep pushing and try other things that might be similar or you might be interested in. And on top of that, keep in mind there's some people in this world that get a million no's and then they finally get a yes. And that yes is the best thing that ever happened to them in their life. So your first couple of things that don't work out, it's because there's probably a better blessing waiting for you. You feel me? Like, be patient, wait it out, keep consistent. Yes, whatever you believe in, keep believing in it. Whoever, if you pray, pray, all that fine stuff. Stay authentic to yourself, stay true to yourself. Don't waver from the path that you want to go down. And hustle, baby. Just keep the hustle up.
Hustle.
I promise you, the more you hustle and the more energy and more things you put into the universe, the more that you're going to get back. That's my motto. So go back into business, put on them pants, put on them big pants, saddle up, which is my other song. Saddle up and ride it like no tomorrow, you know? Just do your best and shit. You don't have to be perfect. You really don't. And honestly, from what we were just talking about, the world doesn't even love perfect. They just love authenticity and entertainment. So whatever you're doing in life, whatever career, whether it's music, entertainment, working at a farm or Walgreens, anywhere that you're working, whatever you're doing, do it with as much energy as you can. Give yourself grace and try. That's all that matters. Try.
Man,
Don't give up.
listen, you said a mouthful. Let the people know about the latest project, where they can go get it at. And yeah,
Absolutely.
let's get it.
All right. So right now I am on all platforms. My new accounts are all out. Majority of them are under Christie Leigh HQ. All my music is under Christie Leigh. I do vlog. I do behind the scenes. I do keep it very real. That's the one thing is I'll keep it real. So y'all be prepared. I am weird. All right. I am a little crazy. I am weird. So if y'all look at my behind the scenes, like what the heck is all this girl on? I'm on nothing. It's just life. So you can find me everywhere, all platforms, all music streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, everywhere. So look for Christie Leigh. And also like Christie Leigh HQ is my main like TikTok and Instagram right now. So if y'all want to follow or y'all want to just peek or y'all just want to watch, I'm down. Have fun, enjoy, just vibe. We're all here for a good time. And yeah, I'll see you there, I guess, or not, either or.
Well, listen, you guys heard it first. Listen, I appreciate you for tapping in. I can't wait to get you in an in-person interview. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
The next couple of weeks is gonna be crazy. Like it's just get ready. So I appreciate you for tapping in.
absolutely.
More
Hell
life, more
yeah.
blessings. Shout out to your whole team and your amazing support system. And I'm rooting
Yes.
for you. I'm rooting for you. I know you
Yes,
know
I
what you
am too.
remind me of?
I know you're gonna be great. You're fine. You got this. You got this. You're
Listen,
good. Many
listen.
blessings to you too. You got it.
Check this out, right? You remind me when I first started radio, right? If you go watch a lot of my interviews, a lot of some of today's biggest artists, they came through 97.5 Hip Hop Daily, like every day. Like they were saying, like, hey, I have this going on, it's getting ready to pop. And then when I sit back and I'm like, they were once on my platform. And so now it's like I'm back and it's getting ready to explode like a
It's
volcano. So stay
so cool
tuned.
though. Don't you love like a full like come around moment?
Yeah, I
Like
do
it's so
definitely.
dope when it all works out and like everybody just like tries and doesn't give up. It's just so dope to see that like a whole like come around 360 moment.
It
Hell
is
yeah.
definitely. So
That's so cool
listen.
though.
Keep working. I'm rooting for you. Make sure you send me that
Thank
music. We
you.
getting ready to go full force. All right. I appreciate you. More life,
All
more
right, y'all.
blessings. Keep going.
Yes, many blessings. See you later. Thanks.
Salute.
I don't know how to end this. I'm gonna be so real, y'all.
Hold up.
I don't know how to end it, y'all. Thank y'all for
97.5 Hip Hop Daily, rocking with your boy Moolah Mo. Let's get it. Let's go. We back in business. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Christie Leigh. Listen, she's something serious. One thing I can say is you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. A lot of people, they don't believe in themselves. They wake up every day, they watch what everybody else do, but they don't believe in themselves. You have to believe in yourself. You got to get up every day and you got to tell yourself that I'm going to be bigger than I was yesterday. You know, it's been a while. A lot of people are like, where Moolah at? Moolah hasn't been interviewing. What's going on? And then boom, now we got the streaming world. When I tell y'all I have so many things in store for y'all, like I really have a lot in store for y'all. 2026, we going up. We just getting started. The biggest, I'm back, is bigger, is better, is extreme. The buzz, who's buzzing? Man, we got a lot in store for y'all, man. I want y'all to stay tuned. So many major things in the works. Stay tuned. More life, more blessings. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. Just, you know what? If you fell, right? You could wake up and say, you know what? At least I tried. You got people that literally wake up every day and they won't try. So just because your dream or your vision, it doesn't fall out the sky, it doesn't happen right away, that doesn't mean that you failed. You got to keep going. You know, one person I am inspired by, I can say, is Tyler Perry. This guy felt 7 years straight, slept in his car. He felt 7 years straight. The average person won't even they won't even give it a try. They're afraid to fail. So when I tell you guys 7 years straight, you never know what a person had to go through to get where they're at in life. So wake up every day and tell yourself, if I fail, at least I tried. Wake up and tell yourself that every day. If I wake up and I try and I fail, at least I tried. That should make you go harder. You rocking with your boy Moolah Mo. Let's get it. Let's go. Ain't no telling who we gonna have on the biggest show. We back. We back in business. Let's get it. Let's go. 97.5 Hip Hop Daily, rocking with your boy Mula Mo. Let go!